Like It or Not with Benjamin Dixon starts now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Was my camera lopsided or something this morning? Or is that why I'm a little higher? Let me see. I feel like I'm a little higher than you today. But good morning.
Did you smoke this morning or something? You're a little higher than me? How's that possible?
Yeah, I don't smoke, so
I'm goofy as hell this morning, so forgive me, Rebecca, okay?
So you smoked this morning. Is it 420 for you? Is it giving you 425?
It's all natural today. I think it's the coffee is a mix of everything. It's like while the videos, everything else is playing, I'm back here jamming Kendrick Lamar and all in my own little world, having a good time. Dwayne to tell y'all, I was back here acting a whole damn fool.
Well, that's all right. I mean, it's feeling a little bit like what Tuesday should have felt like. I felt like Tuesday was forced on us. But before we get there, let me say good morning to the people. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth
and not care who doesn't like it.
Today is June 1st. That means it's rent. That means the rent is due. That means the rent is due. I just want to remind you guys, I hate to put that energy out there. That means the rent is due. Probably other bills are due at the same time, depending how you got your bills on, on rotation for yourself. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean, but I need that to be a reminder because on the 3rd, you don't want to get paid that extra fee, the 3rd or 5th or however your where you live, how they function. Some people don't have it like that. Some people actually, could do half on this day and then half on the 15th. I wish I had it that way. As soon as I don't pay, I get charged $250 and a fee every day after that. So. Right. Can't be, putting that in the atmosphere. Can't be late on rent today. But so it's been a lot happening. Yesterday I said it gave us real Monday vibes. And I didn't like that because if I have Monday off, I don't want my day coming back to feel like, a drag. I feel like they really forced Tuesday on us, and they knew that our weekend would go by so fast that we would probably be trying to force in time with our family, our friends, trying to have as much happy time as we possibly can, especially with the events that we've been experiencing majority of this last month. So I really just don't understand why I feel the way that I feel today. It feels like Monday. But I didn't even do Taco Tuesday yesterday, y'all. I didn't even do Taco Tuesday. Yeah. Say it again. Wow. I can't believe myself. Wow. I didn't even do Taco Tuesday. Pizza Hut. Yeah. I don't really eat that.
It was a bad decision. It was freaking terrible.
Yeah, I don't.
But thank you, Laura and Latif, for lunch. I appreciate it, though.
Thank you, Latif. Thank you for Laura. I did get some cocktails. I did do that, but I did not eat any taco. It wasn't giving me the Taco Tuesday vibes yesterday. But, maybe today's going to be a better day. Maybe today is going to be a better day when it comes to, the feeling. I want it to feel like it's a hump day, right? Today is Wednesday, so it's a hump day. And so I wanted to feel like we're about to get to the end of the week. I want everybody's bills to be paid. Look, lay hands right now. I pray that everybody's rent that is due is paid on today. That's the energy that we're going with. It may be a day where the rent is due, but I hope that everybody can pay it and still have some money left over to do brunch.
Amen.
Okay, so we're back on Texas today. We're not taking our foots off of Texas's neck, and with the leadership over there. But so we're gonna start with Texas governor. So he was rejected in Uvalde, Texas, and we would expect this. We just seen how Ted Cruz was heckled at a restaurant, and I would not expect anything less for the Texas governor and how, in the last few days, he's handled the massacre that happened recently at Abbott Elementary. So let's take a look at how these people received them.
I would like to say that I am sick and tired of the left-wing media and, frankly, people in this room today spreading misinformation about Wayne LaPierre. Whenever there's a mass shooting, they all say that Wayne LaPierre isn't doing enough to stop these mass shootings, and even implying that Wayne LaPierre has played a part in making it easier for these shooters to get guns, to get weapons. And frankly, that's not true. The NRA, under Wayne LaPierre's leadership, has provided thoughts and prayers to the victims and their families. And maybe these mass shootings would stop happening if we all thought a little bit more and we prayed a little bit more. So I'm asking everyone in this room to think, to pray. Give your thoughts and your prayers and your thoughts and your prayers and your prayers and your thoughts. And if we give enough of these thoughts and these prayers, these mass shootings will stop. So I want to thank you, Wayne LaPierre, for all your thoughts and all your prayers.
Wow. But what's funny, Rebecca, real quick before you get started, like looking at the crowd, it doesn't even just, point it out firsthand. It doesn't look like those are the people from the community.
I was gonna say the exact same thing. Let me address something first. I said Abbott Elementary, and it's not Abbott Elementary. It's Governor Greg Abbott in the elementary school. To make sure I give the respect that is due, is Robb Elementary School. Abbott Elementary is the show, but. What you said is something that I looked at in looking at it, and from my perspective too, those are not the people that you would think are the ones, and that's because we judge people by their cover, right? We judge a book by its cover when it comes to those type of people. There's a certain look. I ain't even gonna front on you. Those hard down Republicans and those, but I think why we're seeing this type of audience here, and it's usually not the same as what we're used to, is because this is the audience. This is the particular audience that has been touched. The same, it's when it's in your backyard now, when it's near you, when it could have been your child, when it was maybe a child that now you are going to join the fight. They always wait until it's come close to their front doorstep or it's reached them, and now they will continue to join the fight. And here, he does deserve exactly what they're doing. I like to see the people of Texas standing up. Many times I've heard these stories, and not to say that I think the people of Texas are just used to and were sick of their leadership, so they learned to live with it. I'm not saying that they didn't want to fight, but they've probably been fighting so much, and they're just like, you know what, let me continue to live, let me continue to get my stuff together. But now I think this is where, what they say, the straw broke the camel's back. This is it for them. This is it. This is like, they're like, no. Now it can't be just coming up for for commentary, for press, to say that you're giving us your thoughts and prayers in person. No, you're gonna come in person, and you are going to get the reaction that you deserve. We're going to have to address the situation, and we're gonna have to address your poor leadership. And I think this is great about what we did see with this. I am tired of seeing these Texas leaders stroll through after these events that happen. They stroll through for a photo op, and they continue on with their lives. And they have successfully changed the rhetoric, and we have moved on from the many instances and traumatizations that Texas has been going through. We've moved on from it. Not only, just an example, in Buffalo, New York, they want us so bad to move on from this. How can I move on from the fact that 2 weeks ago, 19 kids were murdered and 13 people were murdered inside of just going shopping? Just going shopping for being black. I don't want our leadership to tell us to move on. I want us to be able to move on because we're finding healing and we need to move on in our lives. Personally. I do not want them to force down NRA down our throats and bulletproof backpacks and us resorting to making delivery for our groceries because we can no longer go to, like, I don't want that to be a norm. Right. I don't want that to be a norm. So yeah, it's really hard, and it's really hard to really talk about and see this leadership. But I am very proud of those people who went out there. This is not to heckle, but to call him out. And I'm proud of that.
Very much agreed. And I'm glad that they went out there to support them because they're dealing with so much pain right now. They need all the support that they can get. And I've seen several celebrities and stars have gone out there to pay their respects as well, too. So I just hope that something comes out of this and it's not swept under the rug like the many other school shootings that we have had.
I mean, they have tried to start, what is it called? Like, conspiracy theories since Sandy Hooks and even with the what is it, the Park High School shooting. That one, and they've started conspiracy theories down the line. They've even had conspiracy theories about the Buffalo grocery store shooting. They had they just, like, we can't do that. We saw what we saw. This happened. We cannot move towards blaming it on mental health issues only. We cannot push towards saying that we need more guns because we see the policies and keeping stuff on the table and not allowing legislations to pass that can protect people. I think that's cruel. And I think that's what we see standing outside and screaming that governor down. So I wonder what's going to happen in the next few days. I really don't see the conversation moving anywhere, but I said the conversation should be around gun control. It's definitely, we should stay right there with it. We should be pushing for change, not for leniency on how to get guns. That's not what people have been asking for, but that's unfortunately what we're receiving. These are the leaders that we're putting in place. When you put a leader in place and they're not hearing you out, that means you get their behinds out in the next election cycle. So think about that, people. Think about that. Yeah. Speaking of...
Also... Oh, go ahead. You go first. I think you're about to say the same thing I was about to.
I wasn't. I know I wasn't.
No, I was going to say you saw also that now the school and also the police in Uvalde are not cooperating any further. So it just makes it seem like it's so much more going on.
Yeah. No, that's not where I was going, but that is part of one of the stories that we're going to talk about as well. You know who said a really great quote for that, though? It was Olay. She actually said even the police don't want to cooperate with the police. And that's a line right there. I was like, okay, you know what? That is something that we should monitor. And what you're talking about is that right now the police are saying that they don't want to be a part of the investigation any longer. So according to ABC News, the Uvalde Police Department and the Uvalde Independent School District Police they're not cooperating anymore. They don't want to. And the elementary school and the state's review of the law enforcement response is multiple law enforcement sources tell ABC News the Uvalde police chief and spokesperson for the school district did not immediately respond to the request for commentary. But this goes to show you that more probing in how they handled the shooting shows why we need to defund the police. This ain't even got nothing to do. This ain't even got nothing to do with them shooting us. This is them not even handling what they're put in place to handle. Just recently, we seen Joe Biden sign more legislation to fund them more. To continue to fund police officers. And I think when we're looking at cases like this, when police officers are just dropping the ball, going and saving themselves, they're supposed to be put in place to serve and protect. We didn't see any of that happening. And this time, there was a probe happening, and they are doing an investigation on how this happened. And we're seeing so many holes and so much lack of experience. Not only lack of experience, people who are just not willing to serve and protect. Just put on this uniform, say I'm a police officer, Blue Lives Matter, whatever the case may be. But here we see that even now, they weren't doing their job. And now that it's actually on national television, we're seeing it's involving kids being murdered. Now there's a probe that's happening in front of the world. And these cops at first were cooperating, thinking that it would die down, like the massacre that happened in Buffalo. But no, it didn't. The probe is showing just so many, just so many holes, just so much inexperience. It's a lack of work, a lack of care. It's showing all of that. And so now the police are like, we don't want to talk to police. We don't want to talk to the police about how we policed. And that is very, very telling. And I think this Uvalde, we didn't know about that town before, but it's unraveling and actually showing us so much more. It's bringing up so much different sides of this coin of the conversation, whether it comes to gun control, how police react to these kind of things like massacres, and how they aren't trained for the job. How people are capitalizing on the deaths of these children and massacres every time they happen. So this is what we're looking at right now. And I hope that the conversation continues. But while this unfolds, I really want you guys to focus on how the police are acting.
Yes, most definitely. Funding the police, but you only excuse $10,000 of student loan debt, and then it ain't for everybody. Okay, cool.
Now, before we get over to another story that involves cops, I wanted to point out the reason why I think I thought of Abbott Elementary was because of the woman who made it. Her name is I want to get her name right, Quinta.
Yeah, Quinta Brunson. Quinta Brunson.
Because I was going to add a Quintana, but Quinta Brunson. She actually took to social media not too long ago and was saying how people were asking her. She's the maker of Abbott Elementary, the show, and she was saying how people reached out to her via social media asking her why she won't do or will she do a story at this elementary school, because the show was centered around an elementary school, and at this elementary school about a mass shooting at a school.
What the hell?
Yes, they were pressuring her to do so, and she had said she's not moving forward with that. She doesn't want to do it. Is that something that you would watch, Bubba? Would you be willing to watch a feel-good show, turn a corner, and focus on a massacre of children?
The type of show that it is, first of all, it's a comedy sitcom, so absolutely not. It's not the space for it. And now, if it was something like a Shonda Rhimes produced or directed kind of drama TV show like that, potentially yes, because it fits in that drama aspect. But for a comedy show that deals with like the silliness of school and what teachers go through, I wouldn't do it. It just doesn't fit the mold.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't.
And I'll say this as well too. Just thinking about it from years back, they did one on Glee. I don't know if you remember the show Glee. They did an episode where there was an active shooter situation in the school, but it just turned out that something had failed or something. But it was a lot. It was a lot to watch, and I don't think that. That's not something that, yes, it's real life and it happens in real life, but I don't think it's something that needs to be put out there on TV. It's just a lot.
Especially when her goal is to actually focus on a different, just feel good stories, and even the things that she points out in the show already are hard enough topics that she pulls out to feel good, to make the kids feel good. She's now we see her on box tops, talking about box tops for different elementary schools and helping fund those schools and get teachers supplies in reality, because these are issues that schools are dealing with, and so she's an advocate for that. But to have a conversation or a show centered around massacres, I think it shows how twisted our minds have become and how normalized. This should not be normal, that we're having television shows that are supposed to be about children's elementaries, and we're centering those around massacres. That's it. And I think that she pointed out, we shouldn't be normalizing it. We should be we should be fighting for a change, and we should be talking about gun control and gun laws, and we should be going up to our leaders and calling our leaders and protesting or whatever we can locally, and putting it in our leaders' hands to make a change. Because what is it going to do by putting this on what's supposed to be a feel-good show, a little getaway for 30 minutes away from your reality, but also to point out different issues, but in a way where people can digest it to do better. A massacre is not something that we are not trying to continually digest. We should not make that normal. And we should not pin it on people like her, directors, actors, or teachers to do the duty of our leaders. Mm-hmm. We shouldn't do that. And by that, I mean to keep it in a conversation, and to make sure we feel so uncomfortable that a change happens. That should be in the hands of our leaders. They should feel uncomfortable, and they have the power to make a change. So if we continue to make them feel uncomfortable and we continue the conversation with them, that's where the change should be. Not trying to put it on other folks for your pain or for your pleasure.
Right.
So, yeah. Speaking of cops, though, I said I was going to get back to them. So speaking of cops, there was an incident that happened over the weekend, over the holiday weekend. And in Kansas City, police shot a black woman who had her hands up. I don't like the story too much. I didn't like reading it. I didn't like seeing it. In Missouri, okay, Leona Hale, an unarmed black woman, she told officers she was pregnant just before she was shot 5 times in Kansas City. And this is according to a witness. Leona Hale, she was 26 years old. She had her hands up in the moments before officers shot her in the parking lot of a Family Dollar store on Friday night. A woman identified only as Shadanja had told the Kansas City Star. The witness said that Hale was attempting to run away from officers when they shot her 5 times. The witness, who had gone to the store with her 3 children, described the scene where officers opened fire on a woman who allegedly posed no threat. It's important to point out that the Buffalo shooter was taken alive, and this pregnant black woman was shot with her hands up. Not only that, I actually read the story further on the day that the shooting happened. The woman was in the car where it was suspected to be stolen, and her partner was in the car driving at the time. He got out and started to run. He left her in that car. She got out and said, There's a gun in the car. I have no weapons on me, and I am pregnant. I am 5 months pregnant. And so while she was saying that, she saw them still drawing her weapons. They wanted her to get down on the ground. She said, I can't because I'm pregnant. She saw them still draw their weapons on her. So she started to back up. When she felt like her life was in danger, that was when she took the opportunity to run. She was afraid, right? And they shot her 5 times, a pregnant woman, and still went in to handcuff her. This is all on video. You can hear the eyewitness saying that on the video. Oh my God, how can they have shot her 5 times and they're still trying to handcuff her?
Excessive use of force.
I don't even know where to go from there. A pregnant woman was shot 5 times. The storyline is that the car was supposedly stolen. Who knows if she knew or not knew, but she did cooperate with police officers when she got out the car with her hands up. They tried to get her to go on the floor. She said, no, I am pregnant. I cannot do that. I cannot lay down on the ground. They still laid her down on the ground and handcuffed her after shooting her 5 times. That needs to be said. That needs to be told. Whoever her partner was that fled and left her there, shame on him. But this part of the story, those police officers that did that to this pregnant woman, and lets us know there is value in a white shooter. A woman with her hands up is a threat. A woman with her hands up is a threat. A pregnant woman with her hands up is a threat. What did we scream out years ago? Hands up, don't shoot.
Hands up, don't
that was
shoot.
one of our slogans. That doesn't work for us. That's something that I've heard so many families, even in my family, if a police officer comes up to you, let them know that you have nothing in your hands, you keep your hands up. Your hands being up is a threat. Your hands being up is a threat. After after you were shot 5 times and you are down on the ground, you are still a threat. They got to put handcuffs on you. They don't take you to go get Burger King.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say, and you know, from the stories that I've been reading as well too, is that the husband, boyfriend, whoever it was that was in the car, they actually carjacked somebody and took the car. When they got pulled over, like you said, he got out and ran and then left her there. And I'm just like, did y'all even get him? It's just an excessive use of force for no reason. I understand there was a crime, but she ain't even the one that committed the damn crime. Mm-hmm. You shot a pregnant black lady 5 times in the middle of the street.
Did they use the car to run somebody over? Did they, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you guys got them where they were. She was scared for her life. She was pregnant. She had her hands up. She let them know there was, I believe, a gun in the car or whatever the case may be. She was working with the police officer. She was cooperating. And when she saw that they weren't cooperating with her, she was afraid. She saw them, you know, advancing on her with guns. She was afraid. With guns drawn, she was afraid. So, you know, to see that in the video, you could hear the eyewitness screaming out, how could they do this? This has happened to I've seen my own family member die in a similar fashion. How could police officers do this? You can hear the eyewitness yelling that in the video. And so I don't know what's going to come of this. I don't know. We'll keep our eyes locked and, you know, our ears to the street with the story. And while the news continues to develop, we will cover it here. I pray. Yeah. I know that she was recovering in the hospital, but I don't know if, you know, her pregnancy, I don't know what's going on with that. But as we get updates, we'll bring that to you. We gave 2 stories about the cops on today, and none of them were good. I don't understand why we're continuing Joe Biden to give them money when there are so many different areas that need money and so many more causes that need more press. I don't know why we're giving it to officers that aren't doing much with it instead of, you know, just still practicing target practice on people of color.
Right. And then every day, we giving them all this money, but every day there is something coming out about a police chief that's being fired or arrested for tampering with evidence and prostitution and all kind of other stuff. But yet we still funneling money into these pigs. Okay, cool.
Communities are suffering right now. We have homelessness as a big issue. You know, there's places where people can't eat. You know, schools don't have supplies. Teachers are asked to do the officer's job in securing their kids, their students. And, you know, this is the world that we're living in, but you want to funnel more money into them. And student loans that you promised that we would possibly have paid off, we're still dealing with that. We're still recovering from COVID and so many people not having money or jobs during that time, you know, and some people still afraid to go into the office and willing, you know, to take a pay cut, you know, in this time. We're still dealing with all these things, and you think that the answer to a lot of these problems are to fund the police. It's a slap in the face.
Right.
It's a slap in the face. Oh, anywho, I don't want to say it, but, you know, defund the police. That's why I got to say it real, because I was going to say something else. Defund the police. Defund them. And fund a lot of causes that really matter, other causes that matter. Let's see. You know, I wanted to talk about this story as I talked about Biden. This will be the last story of before we get to the after party, but BTS went to the White House. Let's take a look at what they said. They went to the White House to talk about anti-Asian hate crimes, but let's take a look at what they said.
Yes, and it is a great honor to be invited to the White House today to discuss the important issues of anti-Asian hate crimes, Asian inclusion, and diversity.
June said today is the last day of the AANHPI Heritage Month. We joined the White House to stand with the AANHPI community and to celebrate. Jimmy said we were devastated by the recent surge of hate crimes, including Asian American hate crimes. To put a stop on this and support the cause, we'd like to take this opportunity to voice ourselves once again. Jacob said, we are here today thanks to our army, our fans worldwide, who have different nationalities and cultures and use different languages. We are truly and always grateful. Jungkook said, we still feel surprised that music created by South Korean artists reaches so many people around the world, transcending languages and cultural barriers. We believe music is always an amazing and wonderful unifier of all things. Shika said, it's not wrong to be different. I think equality begins when we open up and embrace all of our differences. V said, everyone has their own history. We hope today is one step forward to respecting and understanding each and every one as a valuable person. 마지막으로 남준 씨가 중요한 문제에 대해 함께 이야기하고 우리가 아티스트로서 무엇을 할 수 있는지 생각할 기회를 만들어 주신 바이든 대통령님과 백악관에 감사드립니다. 감사합니다.
Those are some beautiful young boys.
But they are. They cool. They cool.
Yeah.
You know, my nieces love the hell out of them. Love them to death. And they made me a partial fan.
Yeah, don't know a thing about them, but I know a lot of people do love them. They're some
K-pop.
beautiful, handsome young boys. However, why was it given that I was watching something? Were they talking or somebody was translating for them? Well, I was really confused at that part.
What? At first, I thought the middle one was talking. I don't know his name, and my niece is going to kill me for not knowing his name. But it looked like the middle one was talking at first, but then I'm just like, wait, his mouth not moving no more. What the hell is going on?
I think what happened was that, you're right, the guy in the middle was talking at first, and then there was a statement they had prepared that was read by somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Because I was like, it's giving me like we're on Netflix right now, and we captions, like we don't click that, and that's what it was giving just now. I'm like, what's the word? Who's the person talking? But no. They're some beautiful young men. I think a lot of people I don't know them. I don't know their music, but I've seen like a lot of kids and, even adults, fangirl or fanboy or fan over them. And I think that, that's great. I think what the White House is doing right now, what we see a lot of is a lot of celebrities going to the White House. And because TikTok is really popular, it's really good for the tick and talk. It's great. We can reach the young kids and we can, and this particular thing, we see so much more on Asian hate crime. And I've always said, and I'm going to stand on that no one deserves to be played with in this country because of how you look, what language you speak, what color you are. You do not deserve disrespect because of that, because you're a part of a marginalized group. You do not deserve disrespect because of that at all. You don't deserve to die. You don't deserve to get beat up. You don't deserve to be called names. No. Protected. America should protect you. There is nothing for African Americans. There's nothing for black people. Nothing. Kamala Harris stated before, and I'm always going to say this one too. Kamala Harris stated as she stated on 1 week, America, there's no racism in America. America isn't racist. The next week, she was signing an Asian hate crime bill. We have been asking and pushing and praying and protesting and doing so much. We, the black people, have the black delegation, the black people who were born black, people who can't hide the fact that they're black, people who can't pass. Black folks have been fighting for protection, crying every time a cop kills somebody black, every time we go somewhere and they're trying to take away our voting rights, every time we are called a name, every time they are paying us less, every time somebody gets away with a murder, every time. Most recently, when hate crimes happen, because what happened in Buffalo at that Tops grocery store, that was a hate crime. Somebody who didn't like black people went and just had a field day, had black blood, made sure it was black blood on his hands. Made sure it was black blood. That was the whole goal. He laid it all out on social media. And there is nothing in place to make sure, y'all, that the person who committed that white boy that committed that crime will actually do the time, will actually be held accountable. What do black folks have that we've been screaming We've been screaming for protection. We've been screaming for something that protects us when something like this happens. We've been screaming to make sure that we get justice when something like this happens. What do they have in place? After a woman who is Asian and Black stated that there is no, and I'm talking about Kamala Harris, our vice president, who knows both sides of the spectrum, who understands what it's like to be Black in America.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think so.
And now you sit here and say that when somebody presented a question to you and asked you, do you think America is racist after something that happened to Black people, you said, no, it's not. But when something happened to Asians, which it shouldn't have, and they should have something that protects them, but once it was the quick movement, the quick feet, why isn't it the same thing with Black folk? The largest minority group when it comes to race. Why isn't it the same thing with them? From the day that we got here, from the day that Black people existed in America, we've always been given the least. So, I don't get it, Joe Biden. I don't get it. I need more of not him saying white supremacy. What was the word that he used? Is bad or something like that. I need you to say America is racist.
Just say it, bro. Just come out and say it.
These white hate groups exist, and we must do something to stop them. I need that. I need more of I need more people that are in those places to stand beside us and to speak for us. And I say that not because we've been speaking for ourselves. We got no issue doing that. Out here in these streets, you're going to find us. Right here on these platforms, you're going to find us having the conversations. On the Twitter, on Black Twitter, you will see the conversation. Oh my gosh, it could be even trending. Every day I get shadow banned on Instagram. I try to keep it light and keep it cute and show me at the beach, show me eating my food. But sometimes when I have those conversations, nobody sees my page for weeks. Every day I get shadow banned when I present these conversations on social media. So I don't understand why when we speak about it, we get a slap on the wrist. We're told America isn't racist. We're told that this conversation is old news. You know, we have to choose our words wisely. We can't be direct in having this conversation. But no, America is racist as hell. And our leadership is afraid to have the conversation. We're having to save ourselves in each and every way, every time. We're looked at as the least. We are the ones that build this cultural thing. If you look at commercials, you're going to hear our lingo. If you look at buildings, you're going to know that was built by Black folks. This whole country was built on the backs of Black folks, blood, sweat, and tears. And they get the least protection in this country. So
and they got something that's going to tie in to you with exactly what you said. White appropriation and cultural appropriation at its finest. Dwayne, can you play that clip, please? Okay.
That's okay. We have we're at the end of the show. Can we play it in the after party, or do you want to play it on the live?
I'll try. I'm trying to get it in. This is like the 5th time I restarted my computer this morning.
It's a lot. Can they hear you, Jay? I'm about to call you somebody else. I'm about to call you somebody's name that I was with last night. Can they hear you?
Don't do that.
I literally was about to say that. But yeah, we at the end of the show, y'all. We're gonna wait and see if we can get that video up. In the meantime, yeah, man, crazy out
calling
here.
Out names on this public channel, girl.
No, it was crazy. I was hanging out last night, and I was about to literally call you that person, saying that's so funny. But a moment of silence to all them other bros. Look, a moment of silence for all them other bros.
Okay.
I'll be watching. It wasn't your name. It was not your name.
Sorry, it wasn't you. Sorry, not sorry.
It wasn't. Sorry to that man. Sorry to that man.
To that man.
Sorry to that man.
Sorry to that man.
I made some meatballs yesterday, and I'm really proud of that. And I think I want to do some mashed potatoes as a side today. So I got to make sure I get some time to do that, pack my lunch, and get on the road. But so
I forgot that you got to tick Mine be like.
That's the pothole. Child, you know how on my car like I got black Jeep rims on the So I was in Atlanta and I was doing I was working the night shift, and I was performing or whatever, and as a dancer, stripper of the night, a woman of the no, I'm just kidding. I was working. I was performing.
Come on, woman of the night.
I was singing background for a Haitian artist, and they had me parking. People think Atlanta is all glitz and glamour, sweetie.
Girl.
So they had me parked up in an area where there were just people just sleeping on the ground on rocks and all kinds of stuff. And the man that was taking my car, I had to keep my keys, honey. I was like, he moved my car, but I was like, because at first I threw the keys to him and went off, and I had to go get my keys because that just didn't feel right. It didn't feel right in my shanana. I came back and it was missing. My black rim thing was missing off the car, and they sold the Jeep piece. So now
Rebecca, for real.
So yeah, so I've since ordered and I'm waiting for it to come, because now I'm walking around and there's like 3 black tires with the rim thing on it and one is missing. So I'm just and it bothers me. Like, I get out the car and beep beep, and I'm looking at it like, oh my God, like I look like I don't take care of you. You missing a whole little piece. Like, it's just terrible. So yeah.
What's that emoji? That emoji like the little busted face looking. That's on the side of your car. The one time.
Oh, it's really terrible. I don't like. I like my car to be nice and shiny and cute and whatever. It's giving me just one. It's just 3 legs, three little legs.
And I hate it when they steal that one. I'm like, damn, you couldn't steal all of them. So now I got to buy one. I can't just buy one. I got to buy a whole new set. So now I got 3 extra goddamn hubcaps laying around. It's true,
because they come in a 4-pack. So you gotta buy it in that way. So you're right. You're totally right. So that's my little story.
So it looks like we can't get the video right now, so we can go to that.
That's okay if we can't get the videos. We're going to take it to the after show for a little bit. We're going to hang out and have some conversations. You guys, I will be in the chat. I want to read some questions out of the chat. I haven't done that in a while. And we'll have some funny videos lined up for you guys as well. We'll see you in the after party. I love you guys so much. Have a great Wednesday. Bubba, take it away. My bad, y'all. My lashes are one thing about my lashes, they gonna pop. God blessed me with some really nice lashes, and I'm just like, I'm blessed about that. But anyway, welcome to the after party, y'all. After the party. Yeah.
Hey, go somewhere and finish what we started.
Oh, and that's what they said?
Yeah. Hey.
I know you felt these vibes. You know you felt me right. That's what you're gonna out on the dance floor. You and me, 'cause I wanna know just how deep does your loving go. I don't know the rest. Oh, tell your boys tonight. We're gonna vibe and makes it. Don't stop till you baby, do your thing. Rock with me. Okay, I just needed to see where we were with that. Okay. Right. We're here. I love them. I'm definitely gonna play that when we get out of here, just for the vibes, to make sure I can get to the job, child. But what do we have? Is there anybody? Because I want to know where the link is. Because I wanted to read if we even had any questions as well.
Yeah. In the meantime, while you doing that, Dwayne, play that video that I dropped. Show y'all cultural appropriation at its finest.
Start by bringing your feet together and bend one knee at a time.
Run down and you can catch
To the beat, of course.
till I pass out. Shorty give me neck till
You're not a robot. Put your hips into it and add a small bounce.
pause. I've been selling like the favorite.
Okay, we got the lower body down. Now bring your arms up.
That told me flip them packs.
Lower to your chest
Get that money back. It's
and angle them 45 degrees.
shorty like the way that I
Cool, cool. Now bend over slightly.
money time fall out.
Arkan, you're not the hunchback. Straighten your back and lift your head up.
And tell my niggas we
Yes. Now give me some shoulder bobs and freestyle.
could go. With us and then we tweak it. Run up on
Now
that,
here's the
get
missing
squeeze
piece.
up.
Feel the music, Markian. Be one with the force of the
Got
bass.
me on my bully, yo. I'ma run up
That's
with
my
that.
boy.
I'ma run up, go dumb.
It's never gonna work for them.
It's not unseasoned chicken, girl, right there. If unseasoned chicken was a TikTok, there it is.
It's never gonna work. It's never gonna work because it's like you're never gonna be on beat. It's like they don't, even when they're the best dancers, there's just like I don't know, it's like something that's off a downbeat or upbeat that they're hearing that we're not hearing or seeing or feeling in our shanana. I don't know, child. I don't know.
When I saw it last night, I was just like, ooh, is this how they look when they be practicing like the other black dances? Is this how it is?
No, it is. And they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But since we can't do that, we're gonna change it to, instead of a body roll, we're gonna do a little
Side.
Is that better?
Side.
That's better than the roll and dust it off. We're just gonna
Come down your body. 1, switch up. 2.
and set up the body roll with it too. You can't.
Yep.
You ain't gonna be able to roll.
Yep.
You're just gonna one.
Rub your stomach. Rub your stomach.
I told you how my dance teacher was like when we were doing the crump. She was like, "You ladies think I don't know how to do that? We're gonna incorporate that into the dance. 1, 2, 3, contract, girl,
Contract.
girl, contract."
Contract.
It was. She said contract, and I'm like, girl, no, we just crumping, like we just letting our body move. We're not like. But she's like 1, 2, 3, contract, patagore, contract, patagore, I'm like, girl, we're not doing that. That's not it. And this is what she looked like.
Rebecca, we should have got up and tried to do it like they did it.
I could never.
With them.
I've tried to
I can't
dance
be
off
offbeat like that.
Yes, I've tried to be offbeat, and it's just not in my culture. It's not in me. It's not a part of me. It's not. My ancestors,
Rebecca.
they don't. Yes.
I tried to clap off beat in church one time just to see if I could do it. It was the most unnaturalist thing ever. It was just like, how do y'all not clap on beat?
You always gonna be on beat. You're always gonna, even if you do this the downbeat, you'll be on beat. But they are hearing there is a half beat in between those beats that they hear, and it ain't right. Is that my camera that went out? Yeah, sure did.
That would be me.
Yeah.
David, don't come on here trying to talk now. I haven't heard from you all day.
That would be me.
All goddamn day.
That would be me trying to catch up on the beat with my claps.
Yeah. Exactly.
David, do you have rhythm, David?
What is rhythm? Can you give? Can you and I may need to meet on that.
David. Look. I on my camera is a little. Let me fix it.
Right. Look, and you know Dwayne light skinned, so you got to ask me the same question. Dwayne, you be on beat too, or you be off beat?
What he say?
He said he crazy as hell.
Why you gotta be so black about it? Listen, David.
So somebody told me a long time ago that that white people, they rhythm is to the words of the music, not to the actual song and to the beat. It's to whatever words is to the music.
Let me see. Bubba, play a song so I can see if we can vibe.
Yeah, and I thought about it for a while, and I was like, it kind of makes sense.
Hold on, give me a second.
So they just dance into their own little rhythm, you know. Can't say they ain't got no rhythm. They just got their own rhythm.
No, they have no rhythm. David, you know, you can speak for your people. No rhythm.
I know I don't have rhythm.
You know your people. I'm just kidding, David.
Oh, shit, Rebecca. It's so hard to be off beat.
Let me see. Where are the words? I'm waiting for the words to come on.
When I get you back, oh yeah.
Let's see.
When I get you back, oh yeah. When I get you back, oh yeah.
Okay, listen to the words. I'm off beat. Hold on.
You'll never leave me when it comes to you and me.
I still can't get off beat. I'm trying.
Go with the words.
Baby, I won't let you down.
After party, because we would be canceled so fast.
I know.
Cancel like shit.
You're around. Oh, please say that you believe it. Cause I don't wanna lose you.
They
Look,
always do this.
have you
ever seen Ellen dancing? That's how they dance. Have you ever seen Ellen? I don't know what this is, but they always do something like this.
When I get you back, oh
What is that? Okay, cut the music.
James, in the beginning when you were really trying, you were looking like Stevie Wonder.
Me? Because I was trying to, and you know I got it's giving me, you know Stevie has got full dread.
Rebecca.
I'm definitely giving Stevie. You know he had full dread. You know what I mean? You know.
Oh God!
Stevie had this exact same hairstyle. He let the dreads go all the way back here.
No, but you had the rhythm. James was the one that was like doing that, like that sway.
Yeah, the one where he be on the piano like this. I know what you're talking about.
All them people around him and nobody. You know what? Never mind.
You know.
They're worse than Anita Baker.
I know exactly. I looked at that joke that you guys said about Anita Baker yesterday.
Did you watch the video again while you looked at the joke?
And I did not. Yes, and I absolutely don't appreciate.
You don't have to appreciate it, but did you see it?
I'm not.
You saw it. You saw it.
You saw it.
It's okay. You saw it. As long as you saw it, that's all I need.
I'm not speaking against Queen Mother. I'm Stevie Wonder.
I love Anita Baker.
When it comes to
me too.
But I watched that again after we was done.
You didn't like her wig.
No, the wig was fine.
That.
No. It looked fine.
Was not.
It looked okay. It just was given. No.
But if you say it's giving Rick James,
see, she know the way.
she saw it.
My mama got a wig like that, and I don't like the way it sits on her head either.
Child, we ain't got a couple.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Oh man,
I love it.
How come when my camera goes out, I don't get those bars?
Because of the new I had to get a new, not Cam Link, but it's something like Cam Link. So this one, whenever my camera goes out, it gives these bars like the TV going off for the night.
I like it. I want those bars too. Focus your camera.
There we go. I'm so chocolate, and my lips black as hell.
Yeah, it's too. You know what? I was looking at myself the other day, and I'm like, dang, I love my skin color. I like being chocolate, and I was looking at myself growing up in Florida. I was like 3 shades darker, and I went in the sun in Jamaica. I think my skin just loves the sun, no matter what. I will always be some form of chocolate, and I'm grateful for that. I love my skin color.
I thought you was going to try to say that you went in the sun and got lighter, like you had reverse vitiligo or something.
No. This would be a canceled show for real. No. I don't know why. Like,
that's what it was sounding like. Because he was like, yeah, I was looking at myself and I was like 3 shades darker, and then I went out in the sun in Jamaica and I was like, where is this going? But
no, I got darker. I'm already like 10. My body is really like 10 different shades anyway. So, yeah, you gonna get what you get.
Right.
It's all gonna be chocolate though.
When I was down in Florida, child, I was about the color of your hair. That was blue black. It was midnight.
Mm-hmm. And then when I moved up here, here's where I started to get this shade of brown. But I have an orange undertone. So when I go buy makeup and stuff, I have to tell them, like, find me something with an orange undertone. You got some dark girls who are red undertones. You got some who are blue undertones. Never knew what that meant until I started purchasing makeup. So that's why that's why. Okay, so when we go get lit for the camera, like that's why I have to use certain color lighting around me, because something will have me looking dry and this out in what? Why are you laughing?
Why are you laughing? Right?
You didn't mute yourself hard enough. We heard it.
No, y'all heard me, but nobody else heard me laughing.
What was you laughing about?
Nothing, man. Keep going with your story.
I don't like that. Now I want to know what you was laughing about.
Me neither. Now I want to know.
Because you were saying that some black people got undertones of blue, and that was all. See, you wanted me to say it. I was trying to keep it to myself.
When I say blue, I mean like it's true. Like, why is that? Listen, back in the day, it used to be real funny. You know what they used to call me in school because I was so dark?
Blue black.
They didn't say blue black, and then on top of that, my gums purple. So they would be like, "How you make gums?" Right? They'll say stuff like that, and then they'll be like, "You should." What they call me? The thing when you put the toast in and it's burnt. They would call me burnt toast. And when you put it on they would be like, Dana left you in too long, burnt toast. I got that a lot. And that's, I think now I see girls that are dark, and I wish that, my mom, she wanted me to love myself then. But I wish the darker girls, who are blue black. I'm glad when I see them, it's like that man that said that the woman was exotic and then he got fired from his job because he said he saw a picture of a dark-skinned girl and said that like she was really dark, and he said he was a white man. He said she was exotic. He tweeted out that she was basically like a freak of nature, like exotic, and I think he was just saying, damn, like this is beautiful, but he gonna call that girl a freak of nature. He called her a freak of nature, like and he got fired from his job for it because Black Twitter wasn't having it. But yes, I think that, back in the day, and then we were a part of those conversations too. Dang, you black. You so black, you look, right. Why you purple? Why you blue? Yeah. Just name it. It was terrible. And makeup companies were only making, I think, 2 colors outside of the regular white folks colors. It was Tawny Fauve by CoverGirl. And my mama used to put that on her face. And I was like, girl, you are giving, and we used to call it Chinese powder because that was another one people would put on their face. And you just was giving dust to the people because we never had our shades actually correctly made until platforms like this created, like Jackie Aina, who was pushing for L'Oreal, Maybelline, all of them to expand their shades, and Anastasia Beverly Hills to expand their shades. And for the first time in the last, 10 years, because of one YouTuber, she made the shades actually expand. So now I have a summer shade when I got a hinge of, darker orange or whatever the case may be. And then I got my winter shade, and I can find those because I might be a little lighter in the winter, and I don't like that too much, but I might be a little lighter during that time. But I love when my summer shades.
You're not just ashy?
Yeah, it don't be that. It ain't ashy. I naturally have dewy skin. I ain't never ashy. I naturally have dewy skin. light skinned people get ashy.
No, dark.
Do they though?
Ashy too.
They do, and it'd be like dry, and it's not. I think dark skin people have naturally dewy skin. A lot of us. All we gotta do is put on lotion, and it just looks good.
Don't do that. You seen Crunchy Black before, right?
This is a canceled episode for sure. We should not even. This is a colorism episode for sure. I've said at the beginning of this episode, just to make sure, guys, all shades of black are beautiful. I just love mine. Okay, a lot.
See, you ain't have to say that and make it seem like.
I had to because you know how people. No, your joke was fine.
It is, but
it is.
That
Black
don't
is
mean
beautiful.
That
you heard that?
Some people ain't ashy. That's not what that means.
Like in the Proud Family, they done made them. They finally came out in the new season and called them girls ashy.
Yeah.
And I think it was what's her name? What's the Spanish girl's name? La Boulevardes, La Cienica. La Cienica was the one that told them they needed lotion, I think.
Oh my God, Mara says, I've seen white folks' skin flake and land on me. I screamed. Ooh. Girl, I would have died.
It's not only the skin that flakes, it's something in the scalp.
Yeah, it's called dandruff.
Because we get dandruff too, but we gotta grease it. So this is a question, David. You can answer it. I know you're hairless now, but listen, when because black people get dandruff all the time with protective styles, it's not a secret. You can see it sometimes. Yeah. Build up of the products that we use in our hair. But when white people get dandruff, do you guys grease your scalp? Do you like comb it to itch out the dandruff and then grease it?
That's for lice.
Moisturize.
Yeah, I mean, I when I shave my head, I definitely moisturize because the razor gets it all irritated. I can't even shave my head more than like once a week, otherwise I get red.
Oh, so you let it grow out sometimes?
Sometimes, especially during the pandemic, I was lazy as hell.
I mean, nobody would. No, listen, I let my mustache grow out full grown during the pandemic.
Jesus!
Listen, I had to go to the store with my mask on, came back because I needed a break. I couldn't go get laser. Laser was what I used to do, and laser was closed. So I said, I am not about to use these razors on my skin, on my face. So yeah,
like that old lady at church that would always try to give you a kiss when you was little.
Listen, my baby
she look like the bearded lady.
They only grow right here, y'all. It literally just grows like right here, and it just will.
Don't worry. Look, I let my hair grow out too. I was around here looking like George Jefferson because all this right here in the middle. That's it. It don't nothing grow. My hair, it don't grow.
What was that? So you got summer fro.
Oh, who?
No, that was who was it from? It was from Homie the Clown. Remember that? Remember you said you got a summer fro. Some over here and some over there.
When it was growing, like y'all, I told you somebody they called me Homie the Clown from one of my pictures. One of our patrons actually called me Homie the Clown.
Oh I remember that, and I was like, what?
And the picture was such a beautiful picture, but he called me Homie. Anyways, this was all to say David moisturizes his scalp. But David, do you use grease?
No, just like lotions and whatnot. I was gonna say I've never really had a dandruff problem, even when I had hair. So like it was just shampoo and conditioner for me. I don't know. I'm looking in the chat, and some people are saying there's special shampoos and special stuff that people use. I can't say that I have expertise on my people in this one.
Yeah, because there is special shampoos. Like we use them for our own. Like we got like dandruff shit. Because I'm not saying that black people don't have. We do. We get itchy, dry scalp, dandruff. We get it all. Especially when your hair is grown from
color does. Yeah, I mean,
we get that. But do you grease because we can scratch? Like we'll scratch it out and grease the scalp and things like that. And so I wanted to know, is that something that the white community does? Like when their hair is full of dandruff, do they scratch and grease, or is it?
I'm gonna rely on the chat for this one because, like I said,
this is a question for the chat. You guys let me know. Like, do you grease? I really want to know. Like, because when our scalps are itchy, that means that you gotta clean it out, or scratch the dandruff out and grease it down because it's missing moisture. It's missing something to condition the scalp or get it back to somewhere where it has its moisture and condition.
This is Humphrey Hair Care with Rebecca Azor.
Right, Dwayne, as a fellow bald headed man, Dwayne, what do you use on your scalp after you shave your head? What do you put on yours?
So I use oh shoot! Now that you say it, I can't think of the name of the astringent that I use right after I shave. But then I have a lotion that's got some SPF and some oils and stuff in it that I use after.
Yeah, I gotta get on that. Yeah, the SPF is important too.
But does yours have oils, David? Like, do you like a shiny head, or do you like yours?
Mine's natural, because I think it's because of my melanin deficiency. I'm just automatically shiny.
Oh, I didn't know melanin deficient people shine.
I don't know. I just know that my very pale skin shot. Like, all I have to do is shave it and it shines.
Okay, well that's good. That might be a drop of whatever. Yeah.
And everybody be like, do you put something on it? This is natural. I get up, I put
so
a
it doesn't matter.
towel on my head every day.
So it's not the speed of it. All right.
Yeah. I know that you wanted it to be that so bad, David, but it's
not at all.
I think it's just y'all bald headed. I just want to know if you put something on it to make it shine.
Look, I fully agree with George Carlin. White bald guys don't look as good as black bald guys.
That's not true. I gotta disagree with you on that. I have seen
David.
I've seen some white bald men who are very, very handsome, especially with that
with the
beard
full beard.
Yeah, you got that, David. You got that look.
If your follicles aren't that dark, and you
some
see the
cream
hair
in my
coming
coffee.
through.
I like the book Cream in My Coffee, because I was gonna say something else. The show is over. I love you guys so much. We're at the end of the show, and I will see you guys on tomorrow. It is Thursday. I am going to be late on tomorrow's show. Just to let you guys know, I will be late on tomorrow's show, but I'll be right here with you guys. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys tomorrow. Mwah.